But they would get uncomfortable. Let me pass that. In fact, he's not the main guy I have to deal with.
But Council,
we are in serious danger. We are in the throes of chaos or something like that. And there is some danger. My Lord, the truth of the matter is, the time that has been prescribed, thank God, by the Constitution itself, they are far from over. And the petitioners here keep saying, and Honorable Muigai has told me, tell the court that if the court can be able to hear us from next Thursday when all of us have done responses and whatever amendment, we are ready to conclude that issue. We are ready, we know the timelines. So that, my lady, the connection, therefore, of somebody saying that, oh, the only public interest here, and this is the Attorney General, is that we must swear by hook or crook before the petition has been heard. That also should be a matter of grave concern.
Sure, because there was never a submission like that, and I think Council must have some respect for the truth. Nobody said anybody must be sworn by hook or crook. Please let's respect the truth.
My Lord, I think the language always in submissions belongs to Council, but what Professor Githu Muigai, my former teacher, said is this, that we are in the throes of instability, something to that effect, because if we do not complete the process that was started by the National Assembly, a huge power vacuum might arise. And that it is why, when I use hook or crook, it is why the only obsession that we hear, it's conservatory order taking out. That is the context. My Lord, I go to the next issue. Who is this who made the oath of office of Professor Ojenda? My Lord, there was the question of CTS. The question of CTS, I believe, had dealt with it and all those kind of issues, and we pointed out that the issues of CTS, whereas we had talked about them, they appeared for the first time not from the respondent's affidavit, but from the ruling that the court made. I don't need to say anything about it. The respondents had said nothing about them. My Lord, to Professor Ojenda, there is a question of... no, I have to respond. There is a question of the internal memo. The question of the internal memo, again, that was not a matter that was ever placed here in any affidavit, as far as I'm concerned.
That was yesterday's submissions.
Yeah. I think you were here.
I think these are notes for today.
Those are notes for yesterday.
No, these are notes for today, my Lord.
That was yesterday.
No, my Lord. If they have a date and I had a different notebook, but they would get uncomfortable. Let me pass that. In fact, he's not the main guy I have to deal with.
But Council, do you think it's right to refer to a document which never featured during the proceedings?
My Lord, in my notes, I captured that when he was talking about all these issues, he talked about the internal memo. My Lord, well, if he says he didn't, let me hope I imagined it. I can pass it. But that's what my note says. I don't mind. We can't fight over a memo. And as I said, we are dealing with some other submissions. My Lord, My Lord, there is a question of Mr. Nyamodi. And Mr. Nyamodi was talking about the issue of the...
My Lord, this time is up. Just sit down.
He was trained by Githu.
Their own document.
Just to confirm, we have not touched his notes.
Allow me to remind him what I said.
No, the only misplacement was this guy.
My lord, maybe we should correct that as well, because it's been said 3 times. There are no guys in court. They are learned counsel.
My learned colleague, professor, is the only issue, the reference, senior counsel. Is that doubted? My lord, the issue that would require the clarification, let's go to Kerogoya. I believe there is no doubt about the issue of Kerogoya. My lord, the issue that was raised, and I believe this is the last point that Professor Muigai was making, regarded the issue of where it was alleged that the issue estoppel with regard to the issues of Kerogoya that found themselves in the ruling of yesterday. And my lord, first of all, I wish to point out that there is a notice of appeal that is one of the annexures in the supplementary affidavit and raises specific issues